I think the last demo that we have is for our colleagues from the data sync team. I really would like to invite them to do the last demo of the day. I hope that we have good news. I'm sure that we will have. So yeah, please come on, guys. Also, I don't know, Michael. He joined it just 5 days ago, so no pressure for him. 5 week, first week, first demo. What can go wrong? Come on.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm here to give you a data sync demo. I think in this demo you can see we can put the history of a desktop browser into a Firefox OS browser. So and you can see there's no any history in the Firefox browser. So we are going to, for example, a website of Tower Eiffel in Paris, and that at this time we have already get a record of history. So now we can click the sync button a couple times to make sure it is synced to server.
You don't have that one.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So now, so now we are going to the object settings app, and there's an entry named Firefox Sync. Here is the skeleton of our idea, and now we can click the Sync Now button to log in. Okay, so you can see it's signed in by this email, and we have to wait a couple times. Oh, it's done. The synchronization is done. So we go back to the browser app. You can see the history from the desktop browser is synchronized to. Thank you. And here's an entry that we just visited the website of Eiffel Tower. Yeah, and I think in this demo there's a difficult part is to decrypt the data from sync server. So and Michael do a lot of effort to this, and I think Michael can share some experience about this part.
It's done with web crypto. Yeah, so the data on Firefox Sync is encrypted. So we already had the part that fetches it, that logs in. Obviously, you can log into your Firefox account, and then we could fetch the data from Firefox Sync already using the Syncto server that Mozilla Services team made. And the part that we added this week, my first week at Mozilla, I got the badge, was to decrypt the data that came from there. And that was quite an adventure to read the documentation and then see how iOS does it, and see how Gecko does it. And then in the end, then finally it suddenly worked. So that was a nice moment. And then the other cool part is that this actually stores the history entries that it retrieves into the data store for the history, so that's actually on the system. That's what Sean added this week. So it's 2 additions to our proof of concept. That's it. Right?
By the way, I have one addition point is Fernando is our very important person to implement the POC fundamental codes. Yeah, so we can base on his effort to do this demo, and thank you everyone. Yeah.
Hi. I had 2 questions. Question number 1, I saw that you entered some credential to log into Sync. We get asked when we set up phones on the FTU Firefox account, can you just use that?
Yeah, that's just the Firefox account, yeah.
Oh, so that on the FTU, when you first reset your phone,
yeah,
you just take that?
Yeah, and then if you have a Firefox account connected, then you would have a Firefox sync entry in settings, and then you can just say,
great.
And then it will you will see your history. And especially, I guess, what is nice is passwords, because you use a phone, you go to this website, say you have saved all your passwords in desktop. They're so hard to type on a phone. Or if you have specific pages, which you remember, like the specific page of the hotel you need to be, and then you just have your phone and you can see it from your desktop history.
Yeah, no,
so
I used that on my user, so I was just curious about if it was the same workflow here too.
Yeah, it's just there's one Firefox account which you can configure in FTU.
So I guess question number 2, but I'm pretty sure I have the answer, is like how much code do you use from what we have on desktop or on Fennec? Like most of it for the sync?
We use very little. Oh, sorry. We use very little code actually. It's the Firefox account. I think that's in the Gecko layer. And so you just say, get me the keys from Firefox account. And then to fetch the data, that uses Kinto.js, which is also developed by the services team. And then decryption is done. There's a little bit of code on top of web crypto, but it's mainly just calling the right web crypto primitives. And then, yeah, you save it to the data store. So there's not so much code.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
That's all. Thank you a lot, guys. It's been a really intense week, but I don't know. But my feeling is like I'm very happy with everything, all the work that you've done. You did an amazing stuff. We proved some points. We proved as well some pain points that we need to work on. That's the whole purpose of this. Everything is not going to work from the start. We knew that, but the things that are working are proving we are going in the right direction. We just need to continue pushing forward and releasing our best efforts in 2.5. Okay, so thank you again for coming, for the trips, for the hard work. You rock.